All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Talking Through the Medias. This is your home for movies and reviews by fans for fans. I want you guys to remember to join us every week on Talking Through the Medias. I didn't have my notes up fast enough, so I'm not going to go through the whole spiel again. So this is the show where we're going to talk about the latest in movies and movie reviews, and you know what we do. Come on, you already know the whole thing. So next time I'll have the opener up on time, so I won't try to mumble my way through it. So helping me mumble through the medias is Daniel Dyer. What's up, man?
Hello, everybody.
You like the way I just realized my faux pas? I didn't have my script up. I couldn't tell people what the show was really about and all that.
You're just winging it.
I had to wing it just a little bit, but it's all good. Okay, guys, you already know. You know how we do it every week. So it's Thursday. We got a few things that we're going to talk about. We're going to go over a little bit about like Boba Fett. We're going to talk about Peacemaker. We're gonna go over the Jurassic World Dominion trailer that just dropped, and maybe talk about a few other things, guys. So remember, if you are joining us live, hit the like and subscribe button. Let us know what you guys think at all time. I just realized, dude, I don't even have the lights up yet. So it's just Talking Through the Media after dark right now. So that's fine. I got the mood lighting up. It's all good. So let's before this TV goes out, let's do that real fast. And so if anytime you have any questions, comments, concerns you want to send us through during the show, just send it to us, and I'll be checking the chats as we go along. And let's get started. Real quick. Yeah, it's a
real quick.
Let's talk about what's going on out there in the world. So starting off with that. There we go. Get that. Get you centered right there. This is where, let me show you where you're at. Yeah, see that? Oh, okay. There you go.
Then you like scoot over.
There you go. You see that? There you go. See, that's professional.
Right. I'm centered now.
Yeah. You can scoot the monitor. You can scoot the mic to you. There you go. So we can hear you in a world. Talk about Jurassic World, man. We just saw the trailer, man. I saw it today. What overall, man? What did you think about the Jurassic World Dominion trailer that just dropped, man?
I was like, just seeing the original 3 was like, that's enough for me.
That was it. Nothing else. That's it.
Oh no, I mean it was exciting. Just like, but I'm seeing those 3 back all together since we haven't seen that since the first movie. So.
Yeah, on the same screen together.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Dr. Grant, Dr. Sattler, and Dr. Malcolm. It was like, whoa. Yeah. That's awesome. But it looks exciting overall. Like Blue has a
baby blue.
Baby blue. Baby blue. That's what I said. I was like, baby blue.
Baby blue,
and,
man.
That was pretty awesome. So
hurt our ears for a second there. Sorry about that.
Just wonder what's gonna happen after this though. Like, didn't they say it's going to continue?
I'm hearing multiple things. I'm saying that they're going to continue on it. This is obviously going to close this Jurassic World trilogy. So will it continue to be called Jurassic World?
Yeah, that's what we talked about a couple weeks ago or so. What were they going to call it after this?
And Pierre Kelly says, "Hi, kids and kidettes. Hey, what's going on, Pierre? How you doing, bro?" I don't know what's going to happen after. What I took away from it was the young man that was in Fallen Kingdom, and he was pretty much the comic relief in that second one. I noticed that they're not. I don't know. He might make a cameo. I haven't checked IMDb, but I doubt that he's going to be anywhere near this one.
He wasn't in the trailer. So.
He wasn't in the trailer. Doesn't necessarily mean he might not. For all we know, he could be killed in the first 5 seconds of this movie. Right. to show what happens to him. But I noticed that just from the trailer alone, the tone of it was like. I feel like this is going to be one of the darkest ones. I almost had like a Yellowstone vibe to it. I feel like when they were horse wrangling these wild dinosaurs.
Like what was in 2020 or so, they did that short film, the battle at Bedrock or something.
Yeah.
That was kind of, I like
setting the tone. What's going to happen?
I liked the tone of that little short film. I was like, I feel good about it.
I think that it's going to be. They're gonna try to do what Jurassic Park Part 2, what they really probably wanted to do,
right?
On that one, they were limited. They only had pretty much like a T-Rex and the baby, and but this time now we got a full.
But shoot, that would still be
invasion.
Right.
Like the balance, the struggle between man and dinosaurs, the extinction of man or the re-extinction of dinosaurs, man. What's who will prevail? We're gonna like duke it out in the finals. But like you said, man, we got the big three, man. Let me see if I can pull them up real quick. The big three right there, man.
Oh, money shot.
Yeah, in a way. I mean, well,
I'm saying, like, it's cool seeing them all together. You know?
Yeah, it's
been 1993, so
exactly.
That's been a long time.
I thought it was interesting that both the lead from Jurassic World, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting his name right now. Jurassic Park, and then Chris Pratt both had the same.
Dr. Grant.
They both, Dr. Grant. And Chris Pratt's character has "Don't move."
Yeah.
Like both of them, they're obviously the parallel, they're the equivalent of each other in the Jurassic World, Jurassic Park. I wonder if they're gonna try to pull rank. You know, like, man, we've been going through this since the '90s. Right. You know, who are you following? Like, hey, you know what? That's the question. You're in a situation, dinosaurs all around you. You know what these three have been through. You know what Chris Pratt and Jessica Chastain have been through. The Raptors are coming, the T-Rex is coming, whatever. All of them, they're all coming at you. OGs want to go left. New crew, Jurassic World wants to go right. Who you following?
I could go with the OGs.
I probably would too. I probably would, because there's one thing you can say about OGs, that they're survivors. They've survived them all this long. Hell, I mean, they've been through it 3 times technically, or at least, they've all been through it. Well, the men have been through it twice.
Yeah, because she was in the third movie.
Cameoed.
She didn't go to the island.
So technically, they've all been through it twice, except for one of the original ladies,
Dr. Sattler. Yeah,
except Dr. Sattler. She came through and helped at the end of part 3.
She knew.
She didn't go through
She knew what he was going to be going through and all that.
So they both got the same. They all like all the Chris Pratt and Jeff Goldblum and all that. They all have the same scorecard. Technically, they've all been in the thick of it 2 times. I don't know. I probably would go with the OG on it.
Yeah, but with these 3, you know, they were all against everything from the beginning.
Yeah,
like wanting, like
Chris Pratt was against them militarizing.
Yes, like he was okay with having an island full of dinosaurs. But these 3, like right when they got to the island in the first movie, they're like, "This probably isn't a good idea." Yeah. They went extinct for a reason. Yeah, and bringing them back could just lead to chaos. And
I'd have told that little girl in Fallen Kingdom. I said, you know, you push that button. You know that it hasn't happened yet because the dinosaurs were just walking out of the door. Right. I would have told her to her face. You know, you've killed a couple of families. Oh, yeah. You know, inadvertently, one of those dinosaurs or their offspring or both or in a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, they're gonna rip through an innocent family that's just out camping, minding their own business, riding their bike. They're gonna rip through a whole family. We saw
in the short film,
a whole neighborhood of families or something like that.
There were the dinosaurs that they already shipped off somewhere too. Yeah. The ones that they were selling.
I would have made that little girl feel so bad about her decision.
Guilt tripping her heart.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You murdered millions. Right. It's all your fault. Ashley, whatever her name was, I don't remember. But it looked good, man. I can't wait to check it out. So what is it? What did it say? June?
June 10th, I believe.
Didn't the first Jurassic Park come out in the summer? I think it did.
I'm pretty sure.
They all pretty much come out in the summer now. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about the box office?
I think this will do well.
Just well? Or a billion? Will it reach a billion? Did the first Jurassic World made $1 billion?
Yes.
Did the second one? Did Fallen Kingdom make $1 billion? Want to fact check that one?
Yeah, I'll look it up real quick.
But this one to me, guaranteed. I think from the trailer alone, it's going to be $1 billion.
Yeah, I mean, you're bringing back nostalgia.
Yeah,
and we know how people like nostalgia.
Oh yeah. No Way Home. Yeah. Jurassic Park, No Way Home. That's what they should have called it.
Right. The dinosaurs are in our universe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's gonna be. I think it should be just as tense as Jurassic Park was. I mean, they all had great action and whatnot, but Jurassic Park Part 1 had those tense moments, like those moments where the raptors were going after the little girl, like just when they were going into the ceiling, going for the leg. That made me jump. That made my kids jump. That just you don't want to see that happen to a kid, you know?
Right. I'm pretty sure I was like 4 or 5 when I first saw that movie too. So
oh yeah, I remember when after it came out, it took so long for that movie to come out on VHS on at home because they were worried that it was so realistic. They were actually worried for the people that it was too horrific.
Right.
Like people wouldn't be able to handle this. This movie is too realistic. So they delayed the release of it. That's why it took a long time for it to be released for home watching. So I thought that was interesting. Like you don't realize that people are like psychos, right? We love blood.
Oh yeah.
we watch the Discovery Channel because we love to watch people animals run for their lives. We're sick. We love this stuff, man. And we all know that the damn dinosaurs aren't real.
Right.
I was like, I'm sure. How much did Fallen Kingdom make?
Let's see. Box office history, Jurassic Park franchise. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say like I'm glad they're going back to how they had the dinosaurs in the first movie because like we know in Jurassic World 2015 it was all CGI.
Yeah.
But then for Jurassic World
Fallen Kingdom
it was they went back to animatronic,
practical and CGI effects. Yeah.
That was awesome. Like how they did the first.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna do the same thing again.
Yeah, I mean, because really in the first movie when the T-Rex came through the car. Remember when it busted through the roof window?
They bought a real T-Rex for that one.
Yeah. It was like just like they didn't expect the kids didn't know that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And so like they just big old head just.
Oh yeah, that was an animatronic little thing that popped through. Yeah.
They didn't. I just they didn't tell the kids that they were gonna do that, so they wanted their like true reaction. And
traumatize them, give them a couple heart attacks. The kids cameoed in the second Jurassic part as well. I always expected them to come back again. Like I mean, technically. With inheritance, shouldn't they own the Jurassic Park? Shouldn't Jurassic Park be theirs?
You would think.
I would think.
Grandfather.
They're. I think they. And I know they're adults now.
Right. I mean, they were like teenagers in
part 2.
One.
Yeah. So, oh man, it would be interesting if the new owners of the original Jurassic Park,
if they like in what the 30s,
if they would have, if there's like a vote or a committee of what to do and stuff like these share, like like the board of directors or something. I would imagine them they would like give a speech in front of Congress. My grandfather realized that this was a mistake and this was this and this was that. I would like to see a speech.
That would be cool
from them, both of them. And me and my brother would have gone to and remind them we were kids and now these things are out tearing up other kids and stuff like that. So it's like it's war, man. It's war.
So the first Jurassic Park made over $1 billion, and so did the first Jurassic World, and then Fallen Kingdom made over $1 billion too. So the first Jurassic World made 1.6, Fallen Kingdom made 1.3, Jurassic Park was $1.045 billion.
Was that the only three that made $1 billion?
Yeah.
The other two.
Jurassic Park. The second, 1997, the Lost World Jurassic Park was $618 million, and then Jurassic Park 3 made $365 million. So, but total they're at $5 billion, $8 million.
For a successful franchise.
Oh yeah.
But it's all sitting on the shoulders of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and now if soon to be Jurassic, because I'm sure this one's going to make it.
Fallen Kingdom's made more than the first Jurassic Park, but that was.
But didn't Jurassic World make more than all of them? That broke mega records.
The 2015 movie.
That's the most popular, most profitable.
$1,669 million.
Yes, I remember that because that was a surprise to everybody. Everybody was it's been so long since we had one.
14 years.
And then it made more money than those were some Star Wars numbers, man.
Oh yeah.
And Pierre says releases do delay time before it's out because of the pressures and the tribulations to the film. Yeah.
So he's talking about the first.
Yeah, I think the first movie. I
loved it. I was like 3 or 4.
They showed that movie to us in school, man. I remember a substitute teacher was like, "Hey kids, let's watch Jurassic Park." Yeah,
dinosaurs eating people. Probably the first time you've ever seen that in your lives.
Yeah,
and
I can't remember if I saw it in the theaters.
I didn't see it in theaters, but right when it came on VHS, probably been like 94.
Yeah.
So that's when I watched it.
Yeah.
And I had to be like 3 or 4.
Damn.
I was born in 91, so
yeah. I'm an 80s baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was pretty young when I first watched it.
Yep. All right. But yeah, it looks good. I can't wait to check it out, man. Hopefully we get some screeners on it. Maybe we can watch it before it comes out and do a early review.
review. Yeah,
let's see. We can have. I'll reach out. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Universal. I think the sponsor that gives us the press passes. Mm-hmm. I think Universal. I think they usually get a lot of Universal ones. So I think that might be. I'm gonna reach out to them early.
Right.
See, and ask them, like, hey, you guys getting Jurassic World? Maybe let's see if we can get some screeners on that one. Moving on to what's the next real quick. We talked about Boba Fett
a little bit
yesterday, yeah. But I was like, I didn't feel like doing all the editing last night. I fell asleep, so I was like, you know what? We since I haven't posted it yet, let's talk about it now, man. What did you the series finale of Boba Fett?
The action sequences were definitely pretty fantastic. Mm-hmm. So having seen Boba Fett and Mando fight together, they had each other's back.
We talked about how it was crazy how they had tactical advantage floating around in the air, and then they land.
And like, let's make it a little bit more even for the people on the ground who are fighting against.
They don't have jetpacks. Let's land. Like, no,
it's 2022. We have to make things fair.
Yeah, 2022 on a planet far, far. No, actually, it was probably like 1,000 years ago.
Right, in a galaxy, they always say a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
The substitute story reminded me of the film Bad Teacher. Which story? What are we talking about there, Pierre? The substitute story reminded me of the film.
Yeah, what does it mean by that?
Oh, yeah. When I was in school, I had a substitute teacher show us Jurassic Park. Yeah,
I love those days when there was a sub.
Just
like, it's like, oh yeah, I'll put on a movie for y'all.
Yeah. Every now and then we always had subs that just did not give a damn. Like,
man, my senior year, I had 2 blow-up classes. It was animal science and ad science. Yeah, and we'd have like homework. Oh, it wasn't even homework. We did like 1 assignment a week. Yeah. And then the rest of the time, he was like, just y'all can stay in the classroom. I have to go out and do this stuff. Or he'll like just put on a movie and we're just talking on each other. And then he comes back like, what are y'all doing? And it's like, then just goes back and leaves. And
yeah, they didn't care.
Yeah, that was my senior year. So it was like, I'll just take a blow-off class. And I got an A just for being there.
Speaking about an A just for being there, how about when the Mandalorian and like handling all the heavy lifting, and Boba Fett hey, you hold him down for a second, I'll be right back. Dude took off and he came back
we need reinforcements.
We need a Ram Corps. People are like, why didn't you show up with that thing from the beginning? Right. I guess it makes sense.
He didn't expect those big droids. I guess that's why.
But that's why, to me, it made sense to have the fight at the palace. Mm-hmm. You have home field advantage. It's fortified. Those Vespa kids, that's why they piss me off so much, man. It's like, how the hell are you the crime boss or whatever they call them?
I think they're just there for like
Power Ranger.
They're like the moral compass.
They were like what, freedom fighters or something like that, or what the moral compass, man. They were a bunch of cyborgs.
If we leave, the people will get attacked.
They were a bunch of kids who, with no experience of this level of warfare, telling one of the greatest bounty hunters in the universe how to run his not only his crime, his family, questioning his leadership. But a person who lived through the Clone Wars, how to handle a battle, like it made no damn sense. It's like I said yesterday, I was like, who the hell do you kids think you work for? Mm-hmm. Who do you think I am? Like, no, I wouldn't have listened to them. Right. And what was their reason behind it? They're like, because they were in the spot, the Tatooine bar. Mm-hmm. They were in that bar, and after it just got blown up. And they're like, no, we got to stay here for the people. Like, no, let's go to the palace. And the kids talked about, well, you can go to the palace, but we're going to stay here. Yeah. If this would have been a real, like, Godfather-like kind of mobster type of movie, Boba would have shot them in the face for insubordination. Right. Shot one of them and then asked the other one, what about you? Do you want to disagree with my tactics? Because it just irked me so bad. Yeah. That he was letting these inexperienced little, kids tell him how to run and say, all right, well, guess we'll just stay here and we'll fight. Like, why? You got a Ram Corps at home. You got security. You got elements. You got secret passages and stuff. They're gonna have to try to find you, and you can pick them off easily.
Yeah, especially the Rain Core.
Yeah, throw them in the basement with the Ram Core or something like that. And how easy would it have been for those droid with the shields to like get like they would have been able to hide from those things easier in the palace. But no, you're out in the open.
Of course, those probably wouldn't even got in.
I think the palace had a big.
Well, yeah, but if they kept it closed,
exactly.
Kept the big door.
Exactly. The second they try to come in, unless they'd have blown it open, but right. I mean,
but it's pretty thick. That's pretty thick door.
There's a reason why Jabba was running the show for as long as he did.
Right. He was fortified.
It took a damn Jedi to take him down, and that happened outside of the palace. Right. Like, what the hell would they think? Like, I don't know, man. Like, no, that's how Jabba died. He died outside the palace. Mm-hmm. Like, no, I'm gonna stay my ass in here.
Right.
But I don't know. That was just one of the things that irked me. I loved.
Yeah.
What did you like? What else did you like about it, though?
Let's see. I'm trying to remember everything now. Besides the fighting. Them
the backstabbing from the other mob bosses. They said that they were going to stay neutral.
Yeah,
and then they sent all their people out in the street.
I felt like that was coming.
But Boba should have known that was coming. Oh, yeah. That's the problem. Like
I guess because he felt like because he threatened him with the Rain Core, and all that.
Yeah.
But they still turned their back on him and.
Well, then but now that Boba has survived it, now what you think is going to happen to like when you go after the king, you can't miss.
Oh yeah.
Because I know Boba has a long memory.
And of course, what's her name? Fennec, when it chilled all of them, seems like at least some of the head of
those aliens that was running the spice in the mail.
Yeah.
You're right. Some of
there were two of the heads.
You're right. Yeah, easily. Yep, took them out. So she already finished it.
But I'm trying to remember.
And all they had to do was stay neutral.
Yeah, I know she took out.
I think there were more of them, but they probably weren't all there.
Yeah. And she took out like the two of the. She took out the lead of the Pike Syndicate.
Yeah.
She killed the mayor. She killed two of the head of the families. So it's like she just going around taking care of business.
Overall, for the series, and I had time, and now that we had kind of time to talk about it, think about it, real quick. I think I still got my notes from yesterday. I talked about how much I hated those what I call the Jorthicas, from the giant Jorthicas with the shields. When the Ram Core came, when Boba came with the Ram Core. And what did I say yesterday? They were wasting bullets trying to shoot those shields. Yeah. Then when the Ram Core comes and they finally start, the shields go down, they don't shoot anymore. They don't help. They just stand there. They're all the warriors stand there to wait to see this cool ass fight, like monster versus machine. Like, dude, shoot!
Right?
Because the Ram Core got shot up. Remember, this is a baby. The Ram Core got shot up a lot in the middle of that fight, and I feel like the soldiers that were helping Boba could have helped end that faster without the Ram Corps getting wounded.
If they would have been attacking from both sides,
from all sides. I mean, the machine wouldn't have known what to do. The Ram Corps is the biggest threat, but you're getting blown up from behind by the people. It would have that would have ended. But no, it was like savior. It was like that. It was like
only Mando was helping.
It reminded me of Star Wars 1. There's no life forms in that best savior laser. Like, shut up, shoot that thing. When R2D2 and C3PO escaped from the ship and they landed in Tatooine. Like, there's no life forms.
It was just a shortage.
Yeah, it's probably a shortage. No, blow it up. You don't know.
But there needed to be a plot. So
yeah, exactly. Like, do we not live in a universe where droids exist? Like, blow that thing up. That's a short, but do you want a rebel to take one of our pods or something? Like, it's just a pod. Don't worry about it. But you're right. I mean, it's just a lot of crazy plot holes and just bad decisions that happen. Overall, I like the series, but I did not like enough of it where I'm comfortable at saying I don't want a season 2. Mm-hmm. I think.
We'll see what they do.
I mean, let me go through. Let me remind myself of what I liked about it. I did not like no one. I already talked about that. No one shooting the Ram Corps when it was time to shoot the Ram Corps.
The droids, you mean?
the droid, nobody shooting the droids when the Ramcore was doing all the heavy lifting. Spoke. I did like the jokes that were in there between that weasel assistant of the mayor and what's her name that was kind of flirting with him. Like she like I was like okay, I could see them two together. That was kind of funny. I did not like the fact that when she showed up with Baby Yoda to Mando, how when they were escaping, they were booking. Man, they were taking off throughout the city. But that slow walking ass thing was able to keep up with them. Like how the hell they were cutting corners? Like how the hell was that thing still behind them? It made no sense. Grogu learning not to be as drained when he uses the Force that much. Everything with Grogu was great. Yeah,
because I mean, you could definitely tell the training with Luke was helping. Was helping, yeah.
And Luke saying, I'm not really training him. I'm just helping him remember most of it.
So basically, he had training.
He has a lot of training,
and maybe he just shut things out because of the trauma of orders he sets.
And being a youngling, I wouldn't be surprised at all to find out that he was trained one-on-one with, or at least in a classroom with Yoda. I mean, Yoda helped with the younglings. It'd be funny if they try to go back to episode 3 and try to digitally put Grogu in the background. He was out there. Like, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get some water. You know how kids ask for a bathroom break. Right. Like, he goes to get some water. The next thing you know, Anakin comes in and kills them all. But we didn't get much of
Peli Moto. This is Amy Sedaris' character.
Which one?
The mechanic you're talking about.
Yeah, the flirting with that
Peli Moto. Yeah.
And then, oh man, what's her name? The Twilight that was in that was running the bar, the Flashdance movies. That she's like, I think she's 58 years old in the 60s, something like that, dude. Let's put it like this. I'm just glad my wife's not in the house right now. If she would hear me say it right now, it would probably get me in trouble. I'm mad that her character might be dead. I was hoping to see more of her.
I mean,
can't put her in the bathroom tank. I mean,
I know.
She would seem like a survivor. She seemed crafty. I
felt like she could ran and escape the blast.
Yeah.
You never know.
I can't remember that scene. Was she in the common area when the thing blew up? Did it show her at all? Or it just showed the place blowing up?
It showed her because right when the droid announced, "Hey, you left your thing here," it cut to her
looking scared.
Looking worried. Well, she looked like she realized that there was a bomb in it. So she realized before that they left a bomb. So the look on her face realized what they did. Because they left out the thing and it's oh no, they have a bomb here. And then but I guess we'll just depends on if they want.
I hope she's still alive.
Depends if they want to continue with the story with her or not.
I hope she's still alive. Other thing that I said I had a problem with was the fact that instead of going for the Ramcore, why didn't Boba Fett get Slave 1?
I know.
And just shoot from the air.
Torn up shot.
The aerial shot. Yeah.
That battle been over
that would have been over so fast.
If
he'd just come through with Slave 1 and drop one of those big
boom,
Sonic ball. Yeah. So
into that battle real quick. But of course you don't want to your allies on the ground too, so you don't want to use one of those.
Move out of the way. But maybe you should have been at the palace, like I told you.
Right.
I'm about to drop the mother of all bombs on this whole thing. But
then you got civilians down there.
Yeah, get out the way.
Collateral damage.
Get some spice. But one of the things overall, I had time to think about it. One of the things that the only thing I feel, the reason why I say I don't want a season 2 is because the last 3 episodes, literally, even though we did finally get Boba Fett back and see, how we had those 2 episodes where Boba Fett wasn't really in it, but we got him back in the last episode. Even still, I'm going to stand by what I'm about to say. The last 3 episodes, you can exchange the last 3 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett, and you could have not released those at all. And you could have moved them all the way over to the end of the year, the beginning of next year, whenever season 3 of Mandalorian comes out. That was technically the first 3 episodes of Mandalorian season 3. That's how I feel. Even finale.
Well, I know for sure
because it all ties in.
Episode 5 and 6 for sure should have been in
Mandalorian those were the first. To me, those were the first because it was so heavy with Mandalorian and Grogu, especially at the end helping, especially at that with the tapping on the glass scene and stuff. Mm-hmm. That was an end of a Mandalorian episode,
right?
To me, that episode, 6, 7, and 8 was it 8 episodes or 7 episodes?
7 episodes.
5, 6, and 7.
Yeah,
was technically Mandalorian season 3, episode 1, 2, and 3. Mm-hmm. You can easily even if you keep it where it is, you can just to save money, you can copy and paste and put it in Mandalorian season 1, 2, and 3. Those were actually episodes 1, 2, and 3 because it was too heavy involved in,
especially 5 and 6.
Yeah, I mean especially 5 and 6, but because it led into the finale, I gotta count. Because he was there too, I have to count that as well. Because you could have ended the Book of Boba Fett at episode 4, and then started Mandalorian season 3 with 5, 6, and 7,
right.
and you could have easily called that episode 1, 2, and 3 of season 3. It was just that's what pissed me off about it. It was like, and it wasn't the fact that it wasn't a good idea to show us as the audience where Mando was at this point. That made sense, but to be so heavy Mando, it took away. It's like doing it once was fine, doing it twice made no sense, and then having half of the finale about it was shared. It was Mando and Boba. It just didn't make sense. If you're calling it the Book of Boba Fett, it should have been
episodes.
Those 2 episodes.
Those should not have been in.
It should not have been. It as heavy handed as it was. That's my only.
Because you didn't see Boba Fett at all.
You didn't see him at all, except at the very end of episode 6. And it was like, hey, what did I miss? Sure. I was in the bathroom for like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
They did see him the one time in episode 6.
Yeah.
You know. It was like, what the heck?
Getting undermined with his old strategy. They're like, nah, Boba, that's a bad idea. Let's do it like this. Like, oh, come on. Dude. Right. Who's the mob boss here? Like, who do y'all work for? This is my fucking show.
Fennec was speaking most of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Jennifer Beals was her name. As Garza Flip.
Love her.
1963.
For me, the Twilight that was like the whole the one that was trapped in Boba's palace, and then with Princess Leia in the gold bikini and all that stuff. I'm sorry. To me, she was sexier than all of them. Right. Like that's that.
She's 59.
Yeah.
She'll be 60 next year.
And she looks like she's like in her 30s.
Right.
She's very attractive, man. I'm going to put her on my hall pass list. And this is why this is such a big deal. I'm not allowed to have a hall pass list. And she's on it. But that's how I feel about Book of Boba Fett. Any last things, or want to move on?
I just like where they're going. You know, it's definitely honestly, even this show has been better than the sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
So I feel like anything they're doing right now on Disney Plus has been way better than how that trilogy turned out. So okay. I'm still happy with it. I feel like there is good story.
Yeah.
And that's enough for me.
Yeah.
There is what Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are doing. I'm liking it still between all the shows, and then Obi-Wan is nuts. So
Obi-Wan's gonna be great. Yeah. I'm not worried about Obi-Wan at all.
I'm so ready to watch it.
I heard something that was said. You know how some people are upset about with the direction with Kathleen Kennedy. Like I'm not there. Here's one thing that I am 100% firm about. He's a good director. Robert Rodriguez is a great director. I just don't like the way he directs Star Wars.
Yeah.
All of the episodes that he directed, like the first one where that slow, like when Boba Fett was fighting in the action, when you could see it was so telegraphed, it was like it looked like an old man was fighting. But then on episode 2, when he was fighting with the Sand People and stuff, the action, the way it was cut, it was like he looked young again. Like you could see the difference in the directing style, and it's like Bryce Dallas Howard. It's like everybody else to me had a bit. I mean, like Robert Rodriguez is a good director. He's got great movies. I just do not like his delivery. I've never liked any of the episodes that he directed on Mandalorian, and I was very nervous when I found out last week that he was directing the finale.
he did direct episode 6 of Mandalorian, though, the tragedy when Grogu gets taken. I liked that episode
on Mandalorian.
Mandalorian season 2 when the droids come and take Grogu when he's on the Seeing Stone. That was a good episode. When Boba Fett first appeared.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
I liked that. So
I'm just talking about in comparison with other directors.
Yeah.
I feel like other directors, even the episode, one of the episodes that I didn't like because of I liked the episode because it was great and well executed and all that stuff. The first one with the Mandalorian on Book of Boba Fett, even though I liked the episode, I didn't like the decision. Like, I'm not blaming the director because that was a decision that the writers, I was like Jon Favreau and them, they wrote that. The same writers that the people that make the Mandalorian, they wrote all these episodes as well. They made that decision to have one chapter of the Book of Boba Fett not about Boba Fett at all. This was the writer's decision. But Bryce Dallas Howard took an episode. It wasn't because the Mando was in it that was such a great episode or this or that and the other. That episode to me was well directed. The action of it, the tension of it, it flowed very well. But I haven't liked any of the episodes with that were in comparison with other directors. I just haven't liked. You add them all together, my least favorite ones are the ones that were directed by Robert Rodriguez. But let's move on to the last thing. Have a little bit more fun with. We watched Peacemaker today. What time did you get? Did you stay up late last night and watch it?
I watched it around 3 a.m. I woke up all of a sudden. I was like, "Oh, we'll watch Peacemaker." I thought it was 3 a.m., but it came on at 2 a.m., I believe. Yeah. So I watched it probably at 2:50. I started watching it.
Yeah.
But I was disappointed it was so short. It was only 39 minutes. I expected it to be a longer finale.
It was short, but the action of it was so great.
Yeah. I just wanted more of that. But yeah, it was a great finale. And
that wasn't the finale. There's one more episode coming.
You sure?
Yeah, I looked it up because I remember you saying that that was the finale. I think you were getting confused with Book of Boba Fett because I looked it up on not on Wikipedia. I looked it up on IMDb and it was there's one more episode coming on the 17th.
Oh, dang! I thought it was only 7 episodes.
It felt like it could have been a finale the way it ended. If you haven't seen it, sorry, spoiler.
Okay, I see that now.
We're seeing it because this was called something about let's see what it was called. It was.
I was like, I wonder, so why are they ending it like that? Why are they ending?
Because they're setting up this big ass battle with the cow.
Yeah, I thought that. I was like, so they're gonna do all that in season 2.
Yeah,
I was like, I thought this was the last episode. But
it's the way they did it. It could have been, and then I thought, and I remember you saying that it was the last one. But I was wait a second.
I thought I heard James Gunn say only 7 episodes. That's why I thought.
Yeah, but it's 8 episodes.
Yeah,
so
I see that.
You might have been just getting confused with the Book of Boba Fett.
I thought I heard James Gunn say that.
Yeah,
but I was like, man, they're living such a huge cliffhanger for season 2.
Yeah, that would have been a huge cliffhanger. But
just having it end with the big old cow right there, and they're like, oh, we're cutting it. So I was like, okay, well they ended it with his father. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, so that's gonna be the big thing for season 1 was.
That was messed up how they made that so funny and so emotional at the same time because Vigilante was cracking me.
Right. Oh, he's so great. I love Vigilante.
You think they should have a Vigilante series?
I don't know.
Or do you think he just works better with?
I think it's enough where he's not the main focus. He's just there for the side and the humor of it. Mm-hmm. Man, but I did not expect Mern to get killed.
I did. I thought
that caught me. Well,
I was hoping that when he escaped out of the body, that he would get away that way.
Right.
But when they when they shot him and stuff, it's like I wonder if when a butterfly, when their vessel dies, I wonder if it's dangerous for them to stay inside of a corpse because maybe they didn't know that there was a butterfly because remember what's her name, she who used to be the senator, he was shocked of which butterfly he knew him, I guess, on their planet. He's like, I can't believe it was you.
You mean the girl cop?
Well, she's technically that male butterfly that was inside of that senator. But
That's right.
But she was shocked who it was. He's like, I can't believe it was you. Like,
yeah, they didn't know he was a butterfly.
Yeah, they didn't know. So I'm wondering, like, if he would have stayed. I'm thinking maybe they can't get oxygen or something like that. There's no oxygen getting to the brain.
We've seen that they've
had to leave.
Yeah.
So I was like, if he would have just stayed for like a few more seconds, they would have left.
Right.
Because they after they killed they walked right out.
Yeah. And then they turned back because they saw the thing. They heard it coming out of
Yeah. Maybe it's too painful to be. Yeah. But if he would have stuck it out for a few more seconds or flew the other way or something, maybe there was another way in or out
somewhere.
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
But yeah, they heard him like coming out of his head.
They would have got him. They would have got him.
They just heard the noise of him coming out of the head of him, and I was like, but man, like. Just when the cops showed up, I was like, "Oh no!" But before that, I did not expect anybody to die.
In a Suicide Squad spinoff,
but not like how they like just shot him and like came up on him like that.
Yeah,
because like I wonder how they found their base, like where they were hiding it out of.
Who found the base? The butterflies?
Yeah, how the butterflies found.
Well, they explained that. They said that since they took what was his name, Merv Earns, the black guy, the leader of the squad. Yeah. Since they took his inside guy, the cop, since they took him, they know what he knows,
right?
So they knew where to go. So yeah,
that is true.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting that cop was.
I thought that cop was already a butterfly. I guess he just turned out he was just some weirdo.
Yeah, he was really. That's why he took the journal and was going to hide it. But then once he became a butterfly, he realized, oh, hey, the journal's in his desk.
Yeah,
let me go read it.
Let's use it against him.
But yeah, before that, he was probably going to destroy the
evidence.
Journal.
Yeah.
But then all the butterflies attacked, and he got.
Dude, him not being a butterfly all along makes him the weirdest character on the show.
Yeah.
Because the way he was acting, like, was he even really a cop? Like, what was he? Like
he was
that whole robble thing.
He was just planted in as a.
Yeah, but I understand they could fake his background and stuff and make him and then put him up to make him the chief to because they needed an informant.
Yeah, because they had a chief.
Yeah, and they got rid of them and put this dude in.
Yeah.
But as weird as he was acting, I was sure he was already a butterfly because he was trying to just figure out how human
right.
But he wasn't. I thought when the new butterfly went into his mouth, I thought we were going to see like maybe it killed and push out the old one or something like that.
But nope, he was just a weird.
He was just a weirdo.
But, because
come on.
Yeah, he was really just sabotaging everything for the cops.
Describing the Hamburglar and just being as weird as he was, like shooting people straight, like the guy was begging for, was like, I was like, okay. This guy is the funniest out of all the butterflies. I thought, okay, I was sure he was going to be a butterfly.
Right.
But when he just turned out to just be a dude, I was like, this guy is 10 times weirder and I now hope he's got to be a comedian. I got to look him up because he's got to be a stand-up comedian. Mm-hmm. Did you watch the end credit, the blooper at the end of it?
Oh, this most recent episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it though? I'm trying to remember.
That cop. They went back to that press conference.
Yeah.
Did you see the other cop, the extra behind him? He kept laughing. The dude just kept wearing it's like what do you say? Cleanliness is next to godliness, and you got to get yourself real clean. And he started doing this weird, you're supposed to be doing a press conference, and
that was just one of the bloopers.
It was funny. It was like all the other cops, both of the other cops were standing there, and they never broke character.
Right.
But his deputy on the left was just like he was doing.
And there was,
couldn't hold it, man.
Right. There was bloopers after episode 5 too. When he shot the cops, he's out there like trying
to fake him. That's why I thought he was a butterfly.
Well, that was that turned out. I think
he's a sociopath or something.
Yeah, but everything you see after the credits thing are just bloopers.
Yeah.
So him trying to cry was the takes he couldn't actually cry, and so he was trying to fake it.
But they went to a very weird direction with his character. At first, he just seemed like a weird butterfly that was just trying to just assert his authority so he could help out the Peacemaker and all those guys. But now it was just like I guess he's like what Judo Master is. He's like one of the humans that just want to help. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I thought we were going to learn more about Judo Master. We didn't learn shit about him. He's still around. Why are you helping them? Like, what is it? I understand. I know why, but what? Like, who recruited you? Why are you so loyal? No, wait. He's loyal to the senator. That guy.
Yeah, because he was like, you don't know what they are. Like,
So it's like
he was defending the butterflies.
I don't get it. I feel like when he said you don't know who they are, it was like I would think, then why aren't you helping the butterflies that are trying to be just peaceful?
Yeah.
It's like, but he's helping the butterfly who wants to take over the world. Then why didn't they take over Judo Master?
Right.
Is he already a butterfly? I don't think he is, but
I don't think he is.
But does he know that he was helping the wrong ones or something like that? Like, I don't know.
I just will find out.
We should, because that's a plot hole to me. I feel like Judo Master, either he's with the bad ones or he's with the good ones, and he doesn't know he was helping the bad ones or something like that. I don't know. Maybe that guy was a good one at first, and then gave him a sob. So because when that butterfly was in the jar with Peacemaker, he seemed peaceful. He seemed like a good dude. He was after it was all over. But then when he got free again and got in the cop, like, let's take over the world. It's like, okay, maybe he lied to Judo Master.
Yeah, he was trying to just playing on the down low.
But to not have a butterfly take over Judo Master didn't make sense because of how skilled he is. You would think they would have took him over a long time ago.
Right.
So I don't get. Judo Master is now the weirdest thing in the show. Not at but second to that cop. But what else happened? The dragon.
Oh yeah, and that was in. So we find out that his father was to blame for basically he was having him and his brother fight each other for money. Yeah. And then he blames Chris for killing his brother when you're the one who.
Yeah, I mean,
I was just like.
That's going to work on you, like that guilt, because you're a kid. You're gonna believe it's your fault because it was by your hand and stuff. You're not gonna think at that age that this adult, my parent, whose job it is to protect, it's effed up that he was not only setting that up, but putting money on it, encouraging it, and caused the death of it. You're not responsible, but you can convince a kid of anything. Kids, Dr. Phil says this a lot on his show. Kids have this unique ability to blame themselves for things that are not their fault. They don't think of it that way.
It wasn't helpful that his dad's like, you killed your brother.
Exactly. It's easy
you killed
to
your brother.
It's easy to manipulate
when it really was
that.
When it really was the dad's fault.
100%. He set it up, and it finally took that anger at that final fight. It took him slapping Eagly for him to kind of snap out of it.
Yeah.
And get over it.
He realized it was his dad's fault.
I'm pretty sure a long time ago he realized, he knew it, but he just was afraid to say it.
Yeah,
he already lost his brother. His dad was his last family member. You know, like that survivor's guilt will tear you up. But his dad knew that.
Yeah, his dad was messed up for what he did.
And who's to say that if the reverse happened, if the older brother would have killed Peacemaker, that he wouldn't have said the exact same thing. I mean, and then he would have probably became Peacemaker and all that stuff. So he was probably more at the time like maybe embarrassed in front of his crew. My stupid kid killed my other kid and all that stuff. Right. It makes me look bad like in front of them. So he had he just seemed like one of those guys. Nothing's ever his fault. Kind of a thing. Just a terrible dude, obviously.
Yeah, he was.
But I didn't think that he was going to die that fast.
No, but then Peacemaker took him out.
That whole thing with the when they realized that the helmets were being tracked.
Dude, he tied it to a raccoon.
And then Vigilante told him, we got some more helmets. Yeah. I thought you might need them. Of course he was doing the right thing.
He didn't know they were
being tracked.
But the fact that when he tied the raccoon, he had scratch marks all over his face.
Yeah, he's like, dude,
they're actually very hostile creatures.
Yeah, of course, they're wild fucking animals. They're vicious. They got thumbs, man.
Right. Eagly though, Eagly can take out some people.
Yeah, he did it once again. It was hardcore. And for him to go at the dragon, so we call himself Dragon Master.
Yeah, something like that. White dragon or something.
A white dragon. For him to go after the white dragon like that was dumb because he was pretty much wearing an Iron Man suit.
And he had those powerful things.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna do nothing, but he still tried, and he got bitch slapped across. I'm surprised he even survived that. But then we had that heartfelt moment at the end.
He hugs him, and he's like,
Yeah, he finally gets the picture. He got a witness, you know.
So, she remembered back to when their first conversation about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this was it wasn't my favorite, but it still ranked very high. It's not low at all. We're gonna have to probably, when this is all over, I'm gonna do a ranking of my favorite episode. It's gonna be hard.
And every episode's been like
it felt like every episode was going up and up and up. This to me was I wouldn't say that it was better than the last episode, but it was probably even.
Yeah.
But I have 100% faith that the last episode will be the best episode. Oh, yeah. I have all the faith in the world.
This whole season's been just fantastic.
Our supporters help make all this content possible, so make sure you check out our Patreon page so you can help us bring you the content you want.
Push the pedal to the freaking metal. I'm turned up just like heavy metal. Yo. Turned up on another level. Push the pedal to the freaking metal. I'm turned up just like heavy